to my channel. I'm with my mom today.
Hey guys.
And today, you want to tell them what we're going to be doing?
Well, today I decided to make my meatloaf that I always make. And it is delicious. And I'm going to bring you guys along to show you how I make my meatloaf and some mashed potatoes, corn on the cob, and some rolls, and some, I think that's it. And I'm going to make a banana pudding at the end so you guys can enjoy. Y'all been wanting a video of me and Brianna cooking, so yeah.
And also, we're going to be making a cake.
No, it's banana pudding cake.
Oh, banana pudding cake.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because you said banana pudding.
But yeah, so I just got out of the shower and I am starving, so I want to get to this video so we can eat.
And we thought it'd be a good idea to film it because everything looks delicious. But yeah, before this video starts, make sure you like,
subscribe,
and turn on the post notifications and all. You guys know when my mom's in video, she has to have her coffee.
Yes, this is a must.
In almost every video with her, she has to have her coffee.
So let's get to it.
Let's go. Going to be washing the corn on the cob, and as you guys know, I love corn on the cob, so I had to make my mom make it because I love corn on the cob. And there you go. Just washed off the corn on the cob, and we're gonna cook it now. Okay, so now my mom is mixing in the meatloaf, and I'm cutting up the peppers that we're adding into the meatloaf.
And I am squishing it around. She's got everything cut up.
Yeah.
And these is all, it's onions.
Yeah, so we already cut these off camera. We cut them, and now I'm going to go over there and wash the potatoes.
And these is onions, red onions that I put in.
Oh yes, excuse me. Hi.
Okay, so I just add the eggs. Now I'm adding all the onions, which I cut up. Green onions, regular onions, and red onions. And I also put in crackers, cracker crumbs, eggs, salt and pepper.
Okay, so now I just washed all of my potatoes. Now I'm going to peel them.
And pepper. Then I'll just mix it around. And I use ground beef.
That's my favorite.
Now, as I'm mixing it, I want you guys to know that I put some of my, my favorite seasoning salt. It's for seafood and meals, so it's for really any kind of meats, and it's really, really good.
Really good. It adds like the best flavor to it.
So I'm just gonna add some of that.
My mom's meatloaf is really, really
And
good.
keep mixing. Okay, I already have my oven preheated to 350. So what I'm going to do is start making this into a loaf of bread.
I can't wait till it's done. And how long does this take on for the meatloaf?
It takes about an hour, or right at an hour.
And we thought this would be a good idea to do this video because you know, this is a good dinner my mom makes, and we thought we'd share it with you. Like all her little secrets to making her meatloaf. And we was like, well, why not?
Okay, what I usually do is
Oh, she added her ketchup and her mustard to her bottles. Try to refill them.
I had to refill my ketchup bottle. And I'm going to put some ketchup on top and some hot sauce to give it a flavor.
I'm telling you guys, when I see my mom get cook, I'm not lying to you.
I got to give it a flavor. Need another drink, guys.
Needs your energy. She has about 5 shirts that says coffee, like coffee in the morning, or you know, random things about coffee.
Excuse me.
I'm slow at cutting potatoes.
I'm gonna put some
Hot
hot sauce over it, which is really good.
Really good.
To I don't think I put enough hot sauce. Okay.
We don't want that much hot sauce, like that much.
Okay. Now you want to stick it in, and before I stick it in, I always try to add some more onions on the top. That floats and melts the, like, give it a flavor down at the bottom when it's so stirry. So,
What's your guys' favorite thing to eat? Comment down below.
they love my meatloaf.
It's like so good. It has the perfect
I
amount
want you
of
guys to see
everything.
my meatloaf. So, this is how the meatloaf looks before it goes into the oven.
And I'm still cutting potatoes. Are you finished doing the meatloaf?
Yes.
Well, then you can bring the camera down here to me. Cutting
Okay, so now I'm bringing the meatloaf into the oven. It's gonna take about an hour to cook. Right at an hour, I would say.
Yeah, and she already said that she already preheated the oven.
Yes, I preheated the oven like 15 minutes ago, so it's good to go. And excuse me. So what I'm doing right now is I'm getting the pot out, filling it up
With water.
with some water to start the corn on the cob. Because that corn on the cob takes anywhere to 40
About the same time as the meatloaf.
to 45 minutes to cook. Now, you guys have never seen me do a cooking show. So while I cook, I'll clean up, like I clean up while I cook. So the only thing I have left to do is do dishes and the pots and pans after I cook. Because everything is pretty much already done. So I clean the pots and pans as they get done.
Yes. Okay, so I'm still cutting the potatoes. I told you I'm very slow at cutting the potatoes.
Okay, so put on the cob. Put some salt on it. Pepper.
Okay. So what are you doing now, Mom?
Okay. Get some butter. And I'm gonna add some butter and I'm gonna corn on the cob in the water. I always put butter in the water, so just give it that flavor. And I'll just start dropping them in. So can you flip this around, Brenda?
So you're gonna have to pause it. Turn it on. Okay, so right now I am cutting the potatoes, and then I'm going to wash them, and then I'm gonna cook them. No, Bob, it looks good.
Okay, right now I just got finished with this, making the meatloaf out of it. So I'm just washing these up. And like I said, when I get finished with something, I'll just wash it up so it won't be a big old mess in the kitchen. I mean, that's the way I always had did it. So. And that way we don't have to have a big mess in the kitchen. And that's what I try to teach Brianna. My mom always taught me is when you cook, you can always clean behind yourself as you're going. So that's the way I was brought up, basically, growing up. And that's the way I'm trying to teach Bri to do.
Okay, so now I'm going to be wiping down the stove because, as my mom said, she has to clean as she's cooking, just to clean up her kitchen. So that's what I'm doing now, wiping down the stove.
Okay, right now, as you can see, I'm cutting the potatoes in fours, and I'm going to wash them up and start cooking them.
Here's the meatloaf, and here is the corn on the cob, and here is the potatoes, and they all look really good so far, and I can't wait till they're done, but let's see what's up next. Okay, so while the food is cooking, I thought I could ask my mom some questions, and she is going to be answering them because a lot of guys have requested me and her to do this, so we thought we'd just do it while the food is cooking. And yeah, let's do this. So the first question I wanted to ask you was, when did you start cooking, like heavy cooking?
Well, actually, I was around 12, about your age. And my granny and my aunt, on my dad's side, they had taught me how to cook.
Oh.
And obviously I didn't do no cutting or on the stove wise, but I would just sit and watch them, and that's how I learned. Like, I would just sit and watch my granny, because my granny would cook some good meals. And that delicious cake bread that you love, she loved cake bread, and she knew how to make that. And I always asked the granny, what is this? Because I never, like, when I was growing up, to go over to the, my friends, the girlfriend friends, I never seen their mom or family make that stuff.
Yeah.
So I said, Granny, is this something that you actually made or, came up with? And she said, yeah. And so she taught me how to make it, and I love it. And I like it with coffee in the mornings with jelly and butter. And so I'm going to have to
make that.
Yeah. I'm going to have to teach you, because I always make it, but you're never around me to see me and watch me what I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, around 12, I used to watch my grandma, and my mom wasn't really a heavy cooker.
Yeah.
Mama wasn't. And so I just really watched my granny.
Okay, so the next question I'm going to ask you is, when was you the right age to get a boyfriend? Yeah.
Tell you the truth,
Uh-oh.
I wasn't allowed a boyfriend. I think I was 17 when I admitted to my mom and dad that I was even talking to them. I was that scared. I mean, I could have all the girlfriends, like friends, girls as friends, but I could never bring a boy around. So it was a long time. I was like 17 when I actually told mom and dad that I was actually talking to a boy. And I was scared then. I was almost of age.
What did they do?
Well, mom took it okay. Like, she's understandable. Your mama is, but dad was like, you're too young for a boy. You don't know nothing about a boy. And
Yeah,
I'm
I could see Papa saying that.
I'm 17. Like, I was maybe 3 months in being 18 years old. So, it took me a while.
Okay, be honest with me, because me and Mom and Papa's going to watch this.
Okay.
So, when did you ever sneak and have a boyfriend?
Oh, now,
Uh-oh.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was maybe 15. I was talking to one, and it was like over a phone. Like, never actually.
You never met them in real life?
No.
Oh, gosh.
Because I was took out of school at a young age. I was 12 years old. So I didn't get that chance to.
You didn't meet anyone?
No.
Yeah.
I just traveled. So they said when I seen them at a motel, I used to run to my oldest sisters because I'm the youngest.
Oh. So
Dottie, that girl looks good.
So which of your older sisters did you run to?
I used to run to my oldest sister, Sandy, a lot. And because Sheila, she would always tell Dad on me. End up telling Dad on me.
That's mean.
She would end up telling Papa on me. And I was like, I'm never telling her nothing again. But yeah, I always used to run to my sister Sandy. She would, keep secrets. Because
she would give you advice.
We would be in the motels with the rummy shows, like all the rummy shows. And there was, some nice ones. And I'm like, well, you told me to be with the rummy show, and now that I like one, or interested in one, you still won't let me have one. So it wasn't just, our kind. It was any boy. I guess because your papa wanted the best for me.
Yeah. And Mama didn't want you with someone that had a backpack on.
Oh, no, absolutely not. She hated the backpack thing.
So if
I've been heard that since I was your age.
So if she's seen somebody in a backpack, like when you guys was traveling, if she's seen somebody in a backpack walking down the street, what would she do?
She would say, look at Grum, he's got a backpack on. And I'm like, I'm not even looking at him, Mom. She's like, well, you'll be with him if you keep on looking at him. She was nervous. I love Mom.
So the next question I'm going to ask you is, how did your mom and dad react when they realized you were with a Gorger, which is my dad?
Well, like I said, I was 17 years old. And
you were 17 when you got with him?
I was 17 years old when I met him. And then, I got pregnant at 18.
Okay.
Excuse me. So I didn't was going to tell him in the beginning. Excuse me. So me and my sister, Sheila, was laying on my dad's couch, and it was like maybe 6 o'clock. And I told Sheila that night that I was pregnant, and I just knew that she was going to tell. And so, anyways, I was laying on the couch, like I said. It was like around 6:30 or 7. Dad's walking in. He was getting up to work. And Mom was up fixing coffee.
Like you.
And I said to Dad, Sheila said to Dad, I got something to tell you. And I had my head covered up on the couch. I act like I was a kid. And I was almost 18. And Dad was like, what? And she was like, Hazel's pregnant. And I was like, I was underneath the blanket. And I was like, oh my God, I am dead. He's going to kill me. And so he didn't say nothing. I guess, he was like just shocked, basically. So I waited till he left for work, and Mom came to me, and Mom was like, are you pregnant? And I'm like, no, I'm still denying it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to tell him, and then Dad got off of work, and he came up to me, he asked me if I was pregnant, and I told him yeah. And he told me to get the heck out of his house. Don't never come back.
Did you?
And that's exactly what I did.
So when he said that, when did you come back to him?
Well, I came back to him, like I moved out and I moved in.
With him?
Yeah. And so I moved out, and then I just kept coming to see him, but he was really mad for 2 weeks.
Who was you pregnant
He wouldn't speak
with?
to me. I was pregnant with little Eddie, your oldest brother. So it took 2 weeks for your grandpa to speak to me.
Wow.
And because he was that bad. And he just wanted to make sure that, I was taken care of.
It wasn't because he was mad at you, it was because
he just wanted to make sure that I was taken care of and everything was good.
Yeah. So these are like a lot of questions in one. It's about how you traveled. So when you traveled, was it fun?
Yeah, it was fun. But sometimes, I got tired of just keep going, and because when I meet people like friends or and stuff, I would have to leave them, and it was like hurtful as growing up as a kid, because as a kid I really, at your age, I really didn't understand our way of living, and so as I got older, I understand, like we didn't stay in one place too long.
What kind of states did you go to, like traveling?
We went all over, everywhere. But I wanted to mention this to you, as I was maybe 14 or 15, I always end up in the back of the truck, riding. And I was like, why am I in the back of this truck? Out of everybody. I always used to ride the back.
And you was almost the youngest.
Yeah, me and my dad's coworkers, people that work for him, they would travel with us to work and to help Dad, and they would be riding the back, and I would have to end up on the back, and I'm like, why am I ending up on the back? And so I would ask Mom, and Mom was like, because she wanted to ride the back. I'm like, no, never did ask to ride the back, but yeah, I always got to end up on the back of the truck, right?
Okay, how long did you stay in one state?
Well, it depended, if we got in the state and it was good work there, we would stay, anywhere from a week or 2.
So I wanted to ask you this. If you was in a state and you saw a job, would Papa stop and see about the job?
What, you mean traveling through?
Yeah, when you're traveling and you see a job, well, your dad sees a job, and it's to work. What does he do? Does he get down and
he would, if it wasn't late, because sometimes we would leave after work. After he got off work that day. Yeah. We would travel to the next state, and it would be nighttime. But if it was daytime, if he seen a job, he would get down and ask the man. And if he got that job, that's where we would be for that time he was doing that job. We would get in a motel and stay there too. Or if it wasn't that job wasn't long, very long to do, then we would just basically set the truck till it gets finished.
So where do you live? Like, I know you travel a lot, but where was your main spot?
Well, we used to go up in Alabama a whole lot and stay, because, you know, your cousins and my aunt and uncle and my great aunt and uncle is up there, and we would go in Alabama and we would rent a motel and stay there and just live there.
Okay, so but I'm not saying I would do anything bad, but are you? You know how hard me and Mom and Papa was on me.
Yes.
Would you ever be that hard on me?
Well, actually, I am that hard on you.
Like, okay, say I did something extremely bad. What would you do about it?
What, like what?
Like throw an apple at a teacher.
An apple at a teacher? You're ridiculous.
What would you do? Punish me?
Throw an apple at a teacher? You're weird, Brandon.
Ow!
Pugs. Oh, wow. Look what you did to her hair, Pugs.
But yeah, that
So
was it.
when you turn maybe 20, then come and tell me that, man.
So you want me to throw an apple at a teacher, right?
Oh, apple at a teacher.
You said that I'm ridiculous, but if
Put your head up from around that table.
But if I said I wanted to throw an apple at a teacher, what would you do about it?
I mean, I guess the teacher would have to take care of that problem.
Well, it's just like, your kid threw an apple at me and knocked my tooth out.
Well, I would tell her basically just deal with it.
So basically I can do anything now.
No, you can't do
I could go drive your car.
Yeah, right. But no, when you get up in age,
14?
no, 14 still a baby, my girl.
14?
When you get
14.
maybe 17,
14.
18,
14.
then come and talk to me.
14. Come talk to me about what? Throwing a teacher at an apple? Throwing an apple at a teacher?
No, just come and talk to me and tell me, well, Mom, I got a boyfriend or I met someone.
I'm like, and I'm a run.
Oh, yeah. Better run.
What do you think he would do about it? What would you do about it, Dad?
I was just sitting there wondering why you think about saying apple at teacher.
He's always just sitting here wondering why you would.
But yeah, I just,
Dog.
Daddy.
I would just basically,
Run.
You would run?
Yeah.
Why would you run?
I would run far from the state. I would travel more than you did. I just run until I got to outer space. Oh, let's check up on the food.
Oh, yeah. I got
3, 2, 1.
And all I do is do the cake and get some banana pudding and pour over it. And which I did this earlier. I wish I knew Brandon wanted to do a cooking video with me. And I just get some whipped cream and put some vanilla wafers around the cake, as you see. And put
there's the
some
banana.
banana pudding in the middle of the cake and at the bottom.
And it looks really good.
And put some whipped cream around it. And yeah, and I mean, if you go buy it at a store, it is outrageous when you just can make it on your own. My mom taught me to make this. It is really good. But the corn on the cob is cooking, as you can see. The potatoes is cooking. And
Meatloaf.
the meatloaf is looking delicious.
I can't wait to eat it. Dun 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 dun. Which one do you think it'll be?
Both of them. They both stick in their nut. Which one do you need?
I didn't know it had two. I thought it only had one. That's why I was like, which one do you
That's how much she cooks, you guys, with me. I try to teach her, and this is what she does.
Well, you know, I'm looking at that cake over there, and it's looking pretty good. I might sneak a piece. I didn't know you had two. I didn't know one was like a specific. How do you stick these things in? I mean, I know how to stick them in. What's going on? This thing made of?
You have to turn it around, Brianna.
Oh,
Did you hear it click?
yeah.
Don't you feel dumb?
Yeah. But let's see how fast it's not plugged up.
Oh, wow, really? Do you think it was just going to plug itself? Why don't you
didn't
try
know.
to use that one over there?
Okay, let's see. Let's see level 5.
You almost cut off your hands.
I know. Let's do level 4. Level 3. Level 2. Level 1. Level 0. So the food is cooking right now, and here's my dog. That's angriness. Are you angry at me? He wants some food right now, so he's been sitting in the kitchen since the food started. And so we're just trying to love him, because he knows he's not getting no food. But yeah, see how much he's grown? Look, I'm going to put a picture up right now. Oh, when we first got him. And I'm going to put a picture up right here. Oh, what he looks like that. Which is crazy. Look at him. Boom, boom. He's so precious.
Okay, I was walking through, you know, cleaning up the mess that she always makes. And I walk through, and this is what I see.
Hugs, let's do snow angels, snow angels, snow angels. Come on, lay your back. Snow. Hi. Hugs, why are you making snow angels? I wasn't there that day. I was trying to get him from doing snow angels. It's kind of embarrassing. I'll see you guys later. Okay, so the food is about done, and my mom is basically taking care of Hugs and doing some other things. And the meatloaf's done, the corn on the cob needs about 5 minutes, and the potatoes are done. So I'll see you guys when we're about to mix the potatoes and do all sorts of things. My mom's draining the potatoes. And we'll be back to you guys when we're going to mix them with a scoop of butter. But now I am going to mix the potatoes. Let's do this. Okay. So the food is complete. Let's eat. I'm really hungry. I'm gonna some food. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. And if you want to see a video of my mom and Mama and me making some cake bread, make sure you get this video up to 100 likes and get me some subscribers. If you do that, me, my grandma, and my mom will be making some cake bread. And look at the delicious food. So I'm buttering up my corn right now. And smash the subscribe button to be part of my GP fan. And I love you guys so much. Peace. Bye.